welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. We are set for a good one. Should be a fun one. Off we go on EA Sports. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. 20. Up, Real. What's up?
On the ground, the goal for Sean White, the back out of Arizona State. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play right off the bat, 36 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Set. 180. What's up?
On play action, Mayfield. Rolling right. He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Abdul Carter getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
Set. 180. Alert. What's up?
On 2nd down, Baker. It's complete to Evans. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
3rd down and 9.
Regular. Kings. 180. What's that?
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. The ball comes out. But it looks like the Buccaneer was able to bring that one back in. Tampa Bay will indeed retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Throwing right away is Dart. That is red zone.
The 19-yard line.
Good. What?
That's out quickly to Mitchell. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to.
And he's into the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. Touchdown number 9 for the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run here with the rookie. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Panther 60. Ready?
Now a toss left side for Johnson. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle is made right at the 36.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Got it. Ready?
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Let's go. Bronco 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
Throwing is Dart. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
70. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Now a handoff running right. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Check up.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. And this one's going to be down inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
On first down is Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
15 yards.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
180!
Now Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. 17 yards on that play. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
17 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Baker going to hand it to White. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
180!
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. This pass is caught by Kate Osmond. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
180! What's up?
On second down, a run with White. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down.
180! Run. Stop!
Throwing is Baker. A short one there to Otten. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This one from just under 50 yards. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Carter on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Go!
Looking to throw. It's Dart. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll try to run for it with Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these third and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line, and sometimes he can come out that backside.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Shut up. 72 Bills. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down.
Here we go.
And 5.
Bronco 80. Ready?
To the air once more is Dart. That is caught by Bryant. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bucs 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60.
To the air again goes Dart. Mr. Robinson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
7-yard gain.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready? 70 Lion. Cougar 19. Tighten up.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5.
Set. Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll go play action here with Dart, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
18-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. They'll set up the screen to White, and he's out of bounds up beyond the 25. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment.
Set. 180. Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one caught left side by Evan. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Set. 180. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll find his running back, White. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
What's up?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
16 yards. And a Buccaneer first down.
Set.
It's Upton in motion. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Upton.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
The motion man here is Mitchell. On second down, Baker. They drop this underneath to White. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3?
180.
It's Upton in motion.
Stop.
Here's Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Upton. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5.
That's another.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, Tampa Bay.
Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
180. Hey, alert 33. Push, alert, push, alert, push. What's up?
Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Now it is first and goal.
Good. 180. Regular. Stop.
Down, Mayfield. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Set. 20. Hey, alert! What's that?
Second down throw for Mayfield. And that is caught. He fought with the contact for the touchdown. There is a marker down, but that may be on the defense. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bucs move out in front by the score of 17-3.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first down, Dart. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
2-yard pickup.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need 8.
Here we go, shot. Warrior 70.
And a shotgun. It's gone. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
On first down, it's White, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180.
That's Ibuka in motion.
What's up?
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Good. 20. Regular.
That's Ibuka in motion.
What's up?
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers extend to a 24-3 lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick
Here's
off
McLaughlin
for
now.
Buccaneers.
After the score, he'll kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set. Like Panther 60. Panther 60. Kill. Turn up.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. He'll swing this out to Johnson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Second and 10.
Shut up. 19. Shot. Panther 60. Panther 60. Watch the whip. Check go.
On the play fake, here's Dart. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing bad throws.
On 1st down, here's Johnson. This will not do the trick. They've stuffed him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll go, and here's Dart. That's going to be hard. And he's going to have the Giants' first down. That was something else. Big pickup on fourth and long. And they get a new set of downs.
At the 39-yard line.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. Quick throw, taken in. And will get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, be a bit of a letdown. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On second down, Dart. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 6.
On the toss, it's Johnson. And a good tackle out wide. Will hold him to a gain of just 3.
At the 38-yard line. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's done. And he will have a Giants first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that fourth down conversion.
First and 10 at the 24-yard
And this is the
line.
blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Underneath here for Johnson. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
First down.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Go! Ready?
On the handoff, it's Johnson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard.
second and 9.
Now, Dart. Throw right side, taken by Bryant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play.
3rd and 2.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Set it! Hawk 70! Riggs! Riggs! Hut!
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Brooklyn. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's Otten in motion. Drive begins with a run by White. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, they need 7.
Set! 180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check. He's checking crack. What's up?
Throwing is Mayfield. He'll get that complete to Bucs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
Tampa Bay.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set! 180!
That's Bucs in motion. On the ground, this is White. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle by Brian Burns. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
King! 180! Stop!
Another run here with White. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Set! 180! Regular! What?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
180! What's up?
Down quickly to Mitchell. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6.
180! Real. No. What's that?
A give, and here's White. And his defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
The 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, alert 33! 180! What's that?
Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. As 4th down is looming.
In punt formation for Tampa Bay.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line.
Sack!
To throw, it Dart on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
20!
That's Ibuka in motion.
Start!
On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll take this one in. Emeka Ibuka. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. McLaughlin now for the extra point. And look at this. The extra point is caught.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Carter on the return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lion! 60 Bison! 60 Bison! 60 Ready?
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
18, come on, set, 6, go.
Dart's going to throw here on second down. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
The throw is Dart. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Good. 180, what's up?
They'll start this on the ground. Here's White. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Good. 180. What's up?
Here comes White on the toss right. He is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down.
180. What's up?
On 3rd down, it's White. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60, 19, Tiger, 19. Take go.
Johnson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They'll drop to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Third and long, and Dart is going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked up by Zion McCollum. And they finally get him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Good. 180.
It's Otten in motion.
What's up?
On the ground, it's White. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was roughed right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that road.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
220.
It's Otten in motion. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. And make that a 5th straight victory. They're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.